What up, what up? We back on the YouTube channel today. What it do? Hello. Hope you guys are having a good old day. I'm having a good old day. Drinking some lemon hot water while I'm driving to the gym. And I was thinking, why are we always just constantly struggling? Why are we not okay inside? Tell me that one. Ask yourself, why are you not okay inside? Why? And I think the answer probably is oh, I just watched someone back into a pole. Sick, dude. Ooh, baby. Public vandalism. Okay, where was I? I think we're not okay inside because we think that if we get the outside world to match what we want, then we'll be good. But the thing is, you don't have enough control to make that happen. And when you do, by chance and by luck, make that happen, you feel good for a second. You feel good for a second, that's the key. You don't feel good forever. But your brain, it's like, oh, well, I felt good for a second. And your brain's really good at pattern recognizing. So it's like, oh, well, I put a little effort in and this thing happened that I wanted. Let's correlate the two. I think I have control over the world. And I felt good for 1 second the last time things went the way I wanted. So maybe I'll feel good again the next time things go the way I want. But that's a shitty way to live life. Because the amount of time that you're struggling to make things the way you want far exceeds the amount of time that you feel good when things by chance do. And I think we can all agree that what we ultimately care about is having a good life. Right? Like, what else could we care about? Having a good life for ourselves and a good life for the people we care about. But how do we actually do that? That doesn't involve trying to manipulate something that ultimately is unmanipulatable by our tiny little hands and selves. Well, what's another way to live? Another way to live is to be okay inside, to be content inside, and happy actually, completely independently of how the world is. I know, a radical idea, isn't it? Is it possible? Your mind's gonna come up with a bunch of extreme scenarios like, oh well, I could never be happy and content when my mother just died. Or, oh, I can never be happy and content when a volcano just erupted a kilometer away from my house. Or, oh, I could never be okay and content when I just died. I believe this is a practice that you get much better at. Sorry, my windshield wipers are going hectic. Well, I believe that this is a practice that you slowly get better at. And when your mind comes up with all those bullshit excuses like, oh, what if my mom dies? Those extreme events realistically take up like 1% of your life. So to use that as an excuse is no excuse. But yeah, what I'm saying is that I think we have ultimate control over our internal. we have the ability to drop whatever it is we're spiraling about. We have that ability. The reason we're spiraling all the time, or sometimes, or just general unease, is because we're afraid that the world's not going to be the way we want, and we're struggling to make it that way. And we think that the more we think, the more we fight, we can find some way to make it happen. But there's an alternate reality where you are okay internally regardless of what happens, and you are okay with everything that happens. And how do you so if we've come to that point where we can believe that this is a possible reality for us, how do we actually do that? How do we be okay with everything that happens? We relax. We learn to relax ourselves when things don't go the way we want. When something doesn't go the way we want, we knee-jerk reaction. We're like, oh, I need to fix this. I need to fix this so quick. This is going to bother me until I have it fixed. There is an alternative in that moment where you can say, this is not the way. This does not match my arbitrary picture of what I want. Let's see, as an experiment, if I can fully relax and allow this thing to happen and just do nothing about it. Because most of the things that we struggle with are actually not real problems. I'm not saying that you shouldn't solve and fix real problems. I don't agree with that. What I'm saying is most things actually are not problems that we need to fix. So with those aspects, with those problems that are made up problems, where the world just doesn't match what we want, we can experiment. Like, let's be like, yo, what happens if I fully relax and I don't fight this thing? What happens is you actually start to slowly recede back into yourself. You realize that this appearance in your consciousness was never actually you, and you start to build a form of detachment around it. When you relax and stop fighting it, you basically stop actually playing the game. And when you stop playing that game, you start to see your true position. You start to see your true position as consciousness. And when you do that, I don't know, there's just like this deep peace and like freeing up of these negative energies. It's like there's a burden that's like released from your shoulder. It's like that negative energy actually leaves you. And because you didn't use your will and your energy to try to manipulate things and instead relaxed, because ultimately it takes no energy to relax. It is a freeing up of energy, actually. When I say relax, it's like you as consciousness relax. It's not going to make it so that that thing that you're obsessed about is going to chill. Those thought patterns and that neuroticism will play through you. That will still be there. You don't need to make that relax. You just need to yourself relax. Allow that discomfort and neuroticism to be there. When you do that, you actually like free up a whole bunch of energy. And when you free up the energy, it's just like in your body, like you're like, ah, yeah, I have this energy now because I'm not fighting. And then you can use it for creative stuff, and you can use it just to be happy. Like this energy is like boundless, and we're hemorrhaging it all the time. And when you're not hemorrhaging it anymore, it's just like this, oh God, you just feel freaking ecstatic. You just feel love. You just feel peace. You just feel peace, baby. And it takes, like, and you'll fall back. Like, there's gonna be things that make you react that are too strong for you to let go of. But like you'll slowly build like that pyramid, you know? You'll slowly build that pyramid so you can handle anything that crosses your consciousness. So yeah, it is possible, and it doesn't matter your life scenario. You could say, oh well, I have to work 3 jobs and I have 3 kids. That is true. That's a shit life scenario. Unless you are like find crazy amounts of meaning in raising and protecting your kids. But like, for the sake of this argument, let's say that's a shit scenario. I'm not saying that you gotta get rid of this shit scenario. I'm saying regardless of the external, regardless of that shit scenario you're in, you have the ability to choose whether or not you want to be okay inside. You can be okay inside and just solve all your like shit life problems from a place of okayness. This video is not like some how to get $1 million by the time you're 33 and quit your job and have financial freedom and have all the bitches want to suck your dick. This video is not that. This video is just like, how can I be happy no matter what? Because this society puts so much bullshit on us, man. This shit puts so many expectations. Like, oh, until I'm rich and famous, I'm a nobody and worthless. Or I'm worthless until this has been met. Rubbish. Let's let go of that shit. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, it tries to push like so much crap on us. It tries to push so much crap on us. Like, God, we're being brainwashed to thinking we need to change the external world. And it's rubbish. This fight that we have in our society now is a spiritual fight. We have all our needs met for most of us. Food, shelter, water, right? Our fight really is a spiritual fight. We have our needs met. Why are we not okay? It's because we are fighting a spiritual fight. And let's work on that. Let's freaking do it, boys. Let's do it, boys and girls. Let's fight this spiritual fight. And I use the word fight very loosely there because it is not a fight. It is a slow evolution and growth. Okay, I'm at the gym now. I gotta down this freaking lemon water and I'm gonna hit a workout. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hope you picked something up from this video. If it was helpful at all, let me know in the comments. I want to hear you guys' feedback. I want to make better videos. And I want to know what you guys are thinking. I'm seeing a lot of people not watch for very long. So I want to see like what it is you guys want to hear and are curious about. And I'll keep sharing what I'm curious about and hopefully touch on some of that stuff with you guys. Alrighty. Have a good day. Love you all. Bye.